Welcome to the Halloween edition of KRAM. This is Jackson Mahar.
And I'm Paul Bennett.
We begin this week by assuring you that the KRAM anchors won't die this year at the end of every segment intro, as we have done in the past.
That'd be a cliche.
We start off this week by taking a look at some of our Rampart students involved in the local bowling club.
They spend their free time at the lanes and want to see the sport grow at a high school level.
Hey look, it's an evil puppet. What do you think that means?
I think it means we're in a cliche.
Oh, bummer.
Bowling makes for a great family outing or as an activity to pass time. But to some students here at Rampart, bowling is more than that. There is a bowling team outside of school which some students are part of. They decided to share on why they took on bowling.
I just like to do it, so I thought I'd just do it for Rampart.
I love bowling because I go to bowling with my family for fun, and when I heard about the bowling for Rampart, I decided to go there because I love bowling and I'm very good at it.
It's not as easy as showing up to the bowling alley and competing. Just like any other sport, there are seasons and practices where the players keep improving their game.
We have like 2 practices a week, so not too much. And at games, it's basically just like 2 teams against each other.
So usually we practice, like we just bowl a game and then we do like foul line drills or work on spares or something.
So the typical bowling season actually runs from November through February. We practice twice a week, and then most of the kids are in a league outside of the bowling season so that they can continue their growth. So we do a lot of drills. We do a lot of just conditioning to help them with their bowling skills. Our goal is ultimately to get through the conference, which here in Colorado Springs, and then to compete at the state level in February.
The team also hopes bowling becomes an official club at Rampart.
I think it would be good to bring bowling to Rampart because it gives another sport and it gives it reaches out to other sports as well.
It's kind of a hard thing because bowling, the way bowling works, a lot of the tournaments are on Saturdays and Sundays, so it's hard to become a CHASA sport with the CHASA rules. So we just kind of stay at the club level so that we can continue to grow the sport as a sport. Most of these kids come out of high school and there's opportunities to bowl collegiately. Collegiate bowling is taking on a new level right now, so kids can earn scholarships to go bowl in college. And then also to continue to grow after college, so that's really our goal, is to just get them, we can get them at the high school level, let them grow into adult bowlers.
Bowling is something the team is very passionate about. But what makes bowling so great?
It's fun to play, and you have a team, so it's always nice to have a team with you.
Oh, it's a great sport. I love bowling. You know, you take your aggression out on the bowling ball and the bowling pins. It's just a great time. You get to be out with your friends, and it's a great competition.
We wish good luck to the bowling team on their upcoming season and on their journey to make the sport an official club at Rampart. It has been Adan Andrade reporting for KRAM.
Hey Rams, we're the replacement anchors since Jackson and Paul were killed by an evil puppet.
Our choir recently had their fall concert in the RHS auditorium.
KRAM went to the event and found out why these musical students love being in the choir.
You know, the thing about the Chainsaw Massacre is that you always seem to fall down when you run away from the crazy guy with the chainsaw.
You mean like that girl over there?
Yes, exactly.
The choir recently had their first concert of the year. KRAM was there before and after the concert to see why they love to sing.
I've got 6 choirs, 4 of which are curricular. They happen during the school day, 2 of which are extracurricular, and they happen outside of the school day.
Men's choir and concert choir are the ones you don't need to audition for. Marionettes and sing stations and jazz choir are the ones you audition for. And a cappella is entirely student-led.
I've always loved singing ever since I was a little kid, and I do musical theater, and so it's a really good way to improve my skills.
The freshman night where everyone comes in and there's the people that walk around like, come try these clubs and classes, whatever. A guy and a girl walked up and went, do you want to join choir? And I went, okay, and then I joined choir.
I am very excited for this performance. I think it's going to go wonderfully.
I'm pretty excited for it. It's been a little complicated just with stuff going on, but I'm really excited for it and I think it's going to go really well.
Pretty well. Pretty well. I'm like 85% sure it'll go pretty well.
Now, KRAM stopped back to see how they felt after the concert and if they're doing anything different for the future concerts.
I thought it went really well. I was really proud with how all of the students did. I could definitely see their hard work in play, especially after the little break that we had in between our first concert date and the date it was postponed to. Those 2 weeks were full of a ton of work that all of the students put in order to make their upcoming performance really, really phenomenal, which I feel that they did.
I think I did pretty well. I could have done better in terms of preparing and like memorizing everything because I wasn't 100% on that at all, but I did well for what I could.
It was alright. I think it could have gone better, but given all the stuff that kind of happened with it, I'm pretty proud of it.
I wouldn't do all that much differently for this concert except some hard memorization deadlines, which I think we all needed, and I gave them and then I said, never mind, you guys are fine.
I gotta practice at all outside of school to practice, and also do better during class and be on time. I'm not good at being on time.
For this next upcoming concert, we actually do have some middle schoolers coming in to sing with us. It's part of our vertical alignment between the middle school and the high school. So our 7th and 8th graders from Mountain Ridge will sing one song with us as an all choir song, and then they'll have their own tiny little feature in between some of our choirs.
The next concert is the holiday concert. This has been Paul Bennett signing off for KRAM.
Hey Rams, we're the replacement anchors for the earlier replacements.
Miss Bailey has already stepped into the yearbook role a year ago, but she is doing even more this year.
She's taken over as our student council advisor and is involved in almost every aspect of the school now.
KRAM decided to go in-depth and do a teacher profile on Miss Bailey.
Did you ever dissect a worm in science?
Sure, in elementary school.
Ever wonder if they might get revenge?
Not until now.
While Miss Bailey is not new to Rampart, this is her first year as the Student Council Advisor. In her previous years, she has coached volleyball and is still the advisor for Yearbook. We wanted to get some insight on how being involved in both Stuco and Yearbook has impacted her life and the students around her.
You know, I think Miss Bailey, she's a really good communicator. She brings a lot of positivity, but she's also very focused and organized, and I think she's been a good leader. She's been able to bring us all together.
She's someone that just dives in to everything that she does. She just wants to give her all, which then makes students want to give their all.
I think she's a natural leader. She was a really good volleyball coach, and I think that has transferred into her being a great student council advisor.
We always have a lot of crazy ideas, so having someone who is just understanding and open-minded has been really helpful.
Along with hearing what makes her a great advisor for Yearbook and Stuco, we were interested in finding out what encouraged Miss Bailey to take on both of these roles.
I love, most importantly, just the relationships that I get to build with students, getting to connect with students on personal levels and to find the tough stuff in their life, the good stuff in their life, and be able to kind of support them through the weird journey of high school that students go through. We work during breaks, we work at home, we work on nights and weekends and late hours and early mornings. So essentially I've kind of doubled or tripled my commitment to the building, but there's nothing else I would rather do.
Being the center of Rampart's events and decisions has its benefits. We asked how exactly being in on Stuco planning and yearbook interviews has helped the students improve in both.
With Stuco, we can talk to them and bounce off each other. Every year we do the Stuco spread, and this year it's so much better than it's ever been because we're closer with them so we can get a new perspective on it.
They complement each other because we're just always got our eyes open to highlighting what is the Rampart community.
I think yearbook and student council kind of go hand in hand, just trying to get student voices heard in the building and in the community.
So with yearbook, you gotta know everything that's going on. Everything, all the time, everywhere, everyone. And it's so nice that she knows everything now. She has to know it. It's her job.
Because Miss Bailey is not a teacher but an advisor for both classes, we asked what this job entitles and how she goes about guiding these student-led programs.
I get to just kind of help students find what they want to do. I get to be their voice of reason and kind of
walk the journey with them. She is there by our side. She is our biggest fan. She's our biggest supporter. And she's like gonna be here for us any second of any day.
She's very supportive and she believes in us. She's not all critique, but she's not all support. So you can show her something and she'll love it, but she's like, but it's not gonna work.
I think if you just boil everything away, she's a great teacher and a good person. And she loves Rampart. And you mix those three things together, and who wouldn't want to work with someone with that outlook?
We wish Miss Bailey the best of luck and success in her future endeavors. This has been Fiona Bachta reporting for KRAM.
Well, Rams, we're the replacement anchors.
Don't think about it too much.
Devyn Miranda is a student you might have passed in the halls here at Rampart.
What you don't know is that she spends her spare time passing other skaters in the lane.
She's part of a girls' roller derby league up in Fort Collins and can throw elbows with the best of them.
You see that thundercloud forming above us?
Yep.
Think we're about to be struck by lightning?
Yeah.
Devyn Miranda is a senior here at Rampart with a unique interest. She is in a roller derby league and competes weekly.
My aunt played and I went and watched her in Montana and I thought, this is an interesting, cool sport. Why not try it?
Devyn's friends and teachers are big fans of what she does.
Well, she's like always done it. It's just like, it's like the coolest thing ever. She's a rock star for it.
I think she's a little bit crazy, but in the best way possible. I have seen images of her, pictures of her, videos of her doing her roller derby stuff, and I don't know where she gets the guts to do it. It is such an intense sport.
She does get hurt sometimes, but it's all in fun because she always has a good time doing it, and I've seen some of her games, and it's really cool to see.
Devyn's father had some interesting thoughts about her doing roller derby.
I had high hopes about it. I didn't expect it to last, actually, I think, at first. Just, because kids pick things up and then they don't, usually continue with them. They try everything and, she stuck with it. She really enjoyed it and, yeah, I'm glad she did it.
Devyn is pursuing her goal to do the sport for Team America at the national level.
In the recent past years, I've seen other players play in champs, which I got the opportunity to do last year. Then my team took home third. And then I saw those players try out for Team USA. And I've always thought, wow, that would be such a cool thing to do. And it's taken a while to get to that point, but I really think that I have the opportunity to make the team.
We wish Devyn luck as she pursues her goals. This has been Lance Poley signing out for KRAM.
We think we'd stop volunteering to anchor at this point.
Nope, because here we are.
Our final piece is a Halloween-based student humor segment.
Every great holiday icon had to get their start somewhere. Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Thanksgiving turkey, they all started at the bottom, and now they're here.
This week we profile the birth of a new holiday icon, Pumpkin Man.
Do you ever wonder why aliens are always pictured as crashing at Roswell?
Maybe they're just bad drivers.
Coming to town this year is a new holiday icon. His name is the Pumpkin Man, also known as the Santa Claus of Halloween. We talked to 2 students and the Pumpkin Man himself to see what they feel like Halloween this year would be like.
I'm not really into scary stuff. I don't like to be scared. I don't like scary movies like everybody else.
I don't like how it's kind of like fading. Like a lot of people just aren't trick-or-treating anymore. A lot of people just aren't decorating anymore, and I just kind of hate that.
Like those people who just put their bowl out and they're take one.
Yeah.
Santa Claus of Halloween would refill it after they take too much than one. Santa Claus of Halloween would be freaking awesome. I'd love some more candy in the buckets. I'd also like a Santa Claus of Halloween to come give me some more candy.
I think it would be a good idea because I think that would get people a lot more in the mood because Santa Claus is kind of like this big figure that everybody like rallies behind, and I think that would be great for Halloween.
Well, so I guess I haven't really formally introduced myself yet. I guess my name's the Pumpkin Man, at least that's what I'm told. I keep getting calls from this guy called Saint Nick. He has this really long white beard, I don't know. He keeps telling me I have to be the Pumpkin Man, and I have to save Halloween, oh ho ho. And I don't really know what that means. So I'm really at a loss for words right now. It's a big spectrum of emotions right now. Because I mean, yeah, everybody has a bad Halloween, and I'm there to fix it, and save Halloween, ho ho ho. But then again, kids are grody and nasty. I don't want to deal with nasty, dirty kids and their iPad Cheeto fingers. Like, I don't want to deal with that, if I'm being honest. So, I've got some big plans, let me tell you. The old cranium, it's been thinking, and then has come up with some good ideas. So, you just gotta wait till Halloween. You should be excited, because I guess it's Halloween, you know? And like, I don't know, you free candy, you hang out with friends all night. You know what I mean?
We wish you luck this year, Pumpkin Man. This has been Jackson Mahar, signing off for KRAM.
Well, that's it for this week, Rams.
We're literally out of anchors anyway.
Remember that there are a ton of activities this weekend that you can get involved with.
There's the Fall Fest tomorrow with pumpkin decorating from 3:30 to 4:30 and the Trunk or Treat and Kid-Friendly Haunted House from 4:30 to 6:30. And Hocus Pocus 2 will be shown on the big screen in the Commons for students that wish to come.
Have a safe and happy Halloween, Rams.
Ever wonder how many anchors have died during the Halloween KRAM episode?
I think they might be angry about it.
Why do you think that?
Because they seem to be rising from the grave to attack us.
Yeah.